Okay, here's example A for today's lesson. It says find the circumference of the circle. Okay, so to find circumference we have two different formulas, but first we need to look at the information that they gave us. They have this line that goes all the way across the circle, straight through the center. Okay, if it goes all the way across, that is the diameter. So D equals 15. Okay, remember, radius is the one that goes halfway across. Diameter is the one that goes all the way across. Okay, the way I remember it, well, there's a few different ways, but radius is the shorter word. Diameter is a much longer word, so it's the longer line. All right, so step one was to figure out what information they gave us. Good. Step two is to use the appropriate formula. Well, they say that because you have a choice. You have C, or circumference, equals pi times diameter, or you have C equals 2 times pi times radius. Okay, so they say use the appropriate one because you need to use the one that uses the information that you're given. If they gave you the diameter, then you want to use the formula that has diameter in it. You don't want to use this because you don't know the radius. You could figure it out easily, but use the formula that has the information that you have. Okay, so since we have the diameter, I'm going to use this formula. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Okay, so pi is 3.14 and the diameter is 15. So all we have to do is multiply those. Five times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Put a 0 here. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add this all up. You have 4710. But decimal, don't forget, you have two numbers behind the decimal in the problem, so 2 in your answer. So your circumference would equal 47.1 inches. Okay, now if you followed along with the notes, either in class or in Zoom, then you'll know that pi is an estimation. That means that it's being rounded. And 3.14, that's not exactly what pi is. That's an approximation. So it's this big, big, long number, and somebody said, well, let's just round it to 3.14 because that's close enough. Well, let's continue that. We can say, let's go ahead and round it a little bit more to just 3. So C equals pi times diameter. Pi, instead of 3.14, I'm just going to use 3. And the diameter is 15. And 3 times 15 is 45. So look at these two answers. You have 47.1 and 45. Those are very, very close. If this were a multiple choice question, you would be able to pick the right answer just by doing this. So if you used 3 and you multiplied and you got 45, but one of the answer choices was 47.1, you should know that's got to be it. It's very, very close. I don't need to go through all this multiplication if you know that that's close enough. Okay, but for a problem like this where they just want you to write the answer, I'll take either. Whenever I'm grading it, if you want to put 45, I'm okay with that. If you want to put 47.1, I'm okay with that. So I'll take either. So C equals 45 inches, or C equals 47.1 inches. Okay, go ahead and do your turn number 1. It's just like this.